ones who's gonna be losing today.
Let's go! Good game last night.
Yes. Crunch shot, baby! Whose man is that?
Come on, bro, that wasn't me.
Yo, they not about to be ready.
Oh, you done? You done?
Yo! about game time. Bring the pain time.
Go for 15 minutes and scrimmage with those infection areas. Thanks very much. It needs to change. When I'm nervous, I sneeze.
I have a new objective for us.
Okay, we'll just...
I want to convince the GM to get us more draft picks. In front of the camera. What are we aiming for?
And then I realized...
The international heavy draft is going to be spectacular. We've been on top of it. But we don't have the picks to take it out. Exactly. You know the depth, stats, but we need a couple more cards. So help me with a 5-point summary of why we should trade the next one. Come on. I'll help. Well, that's not help. I got this. All by lunch? Come on. Well, where else have you not been?
Standing in the baseline with a young child.
Only for work, but I'd like to go for fun. Oh, yeah, get us to Seattle. Good place to swing and summer trip. Oh, we don't take us to one. Real life is so fun. Oh, yeah, I'd love to talk to Finn and get on video.
Get attention on the action and rewind the natural wonders right there in front of you. Maybe we can take us.
Oh, yeah, good advice, thanks.
I'm just saying it's an excuse to get over to Spain, to scouting. We love to smile.
I hear
like
that.
when you make eye contact with a fan. Yeah, like you are checking out the South the Reina Sofia. That's a little intense. We are at...
And now the Washington Wizards starters. Alexander Sarr out there with George. Then it's Kispert. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's MP in at the 2 spot. And for the Magic, Wagner and Banchero, the lethal front court pair. Suggs and Bain team up as the backcourt, and it's Carter in at the 5, down low. And as the regular season winds down, some teams must be concerned about their seeding, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. For teams still on the bubble, just getting into the postseason is the concern. For the top teams, seedings are huge. They want as many home games as possible.
Now here's Wagner. Banchero left side. And that one drops.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
A nice shot by MP.
Oh, wow. How about the handles from MP? I mean, that's just a beautiful play.
Suggs outside. Wagner outside. Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Here's Carter. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, that's how effective Carter Jr. can be inside, using his size to his advantage.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. George with the bucket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Well, it's hard to stop a 6'10 wing who can handle and play through contact. And the Magic have 2 of them, Grant.
Yeah, the numbers remarkably similar for Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Banchero is stronger and more of a rebounder, but both of them are stars.
MP right side. From the arc. Hits a three-pointer. MP's got his second basket on the night.
That's a smart shot. I love seeing MP take the 3 in that situation.
Outside Bain. Lets it go from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside. Well, early in this game, they've made one good play after another.
Banchero outside. Pass to Bain. Carter, a screen on George. Bain, no good.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Sarr passes to George. For 3, McCollum. And again, Washington with a triple.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Magic trail by 6. Wagner with it. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. Here's Bain. The rebound by the Wizards.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Sarr with a screen on Bain. And he's going for the oop here. Can't finish the lob.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Banchero the screen. Down low. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
But with this bigger build, Banchero sets a solid pick, and then he quickly rolls into open position.
Here's MP, and he converts the layup. George has got 10 points.
Just owning the change.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Orlando ends up going with a new group. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Koulibaly, he's checked in for George. Jones feels it out. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Richardson. Orlando again missing. Wizards leading by 6. George outside. Pass to Kispert. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
McCollum against Jones. Pulls it from the top of the key. First shot won't go. For Washington, they've got 7 of 8 in the basket. Puts it up from 12. Oh, the shot no good by Kispert.
I don't know what happened there. About as easy an attempt as you could possibly ask for.
Yes, it's good.
Hey, I like the unselfishness. If someone has a better opportunity, make the next pass.
19 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to McCollum. Back to George. 5 to shoot. And the three-pointer goes. MP's got 13 now.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And so it's the Washington Wizards. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We'll be right back. Great to have you with us. Washington. Wizards. George, he's checked in for Bagley. George comes in for Johnson, and it's McCollum in for Carrington. Tyus Jones is out there with Anthony Black. Then it's Goga Batadze. Then it's Desmond Bane. And it's Wagner in at power forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Back to Jones. Will it go? And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Houston really lit up the floor. He ended up with 26 points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of 3. Really just a phenomenal performance from him. Here's hoping we see more of the same from him in this one, guys.
Great report there, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Wizards leading by 14. Outside Koulibaly. Pass to George. Throws it up high. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Gliding the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for Orlando. Looking ahead, they've got the Mavericks coming to town for their next one. And that'll be the finale in their 4-game homestand.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
And when you're trying to slow down a great scorer, there are those shots you just got to live with, Stan.
Well, look, B.A., you can't take away everything, particularly from the great players. I think when you're game planning, what you have to decide is just that. What can you live with and what do you want to take away? And you try to just make those great players a little bit less efficient. You're not going to shut them down, but maybe you can make them a little bit less efficient.
And the basket by Bane.
Yeah, Bane is a talented scorer. Not just the perimeter threat, he's also capable of finishing inside.
The 3, George. That's good, and it's McCollum with the assist. MP's got 19 points. 1:51 left in the first half. Now here's Jones. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. Bane, the pass to Wagner, and the dunk by Wagner.
Yeah, powerful finish from Wagner. Don't get in his way.
And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. A big group substitution here for Orlando. Carter, he's checked in for Bataze. Banchero comes in for Wagner. Franz Wagner checked in for Bain. And it's Jalen Suggs in for Jones. And then for Washington, Sars checked in for Champagny. And Corey Kispert subbed in for Koulibaly. Here's Banchero. Wagner for three. Gets the three to fall. Wagner's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Now looking at Franz Wagner, is there any particular thing you'd like to see him evolve?
Yeah, B.A., I'd say the three-point shooting. He's not bashful about taking them, but he needs more of them to go in. If he can do that, good luck guarding.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And here's Wagner. There's the three. It's rebounded by George. Here's McCollum over Suggs. And it's McCollum. That time on the assist by George. MP's got his 4th assist with that last one. Banchero against George. Banchero passes to Carter. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And the basket by MP.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Orlando has gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. Here's Banchero. Last game, he had 28 points. Looking to win the run. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. MP getting it done for Washington. He's been lighting it up tonight. 24 points. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Hi everyone, let's start things off by checking out the Player of the Month award recipients. And the Eastern Conference winner, Trae Young.
Talk about in a mood. Young's been hitting shots the moment he crosses half court. He can also put it on the floor, and he has that sneaky floater. Very frustrating to defend.
And when you run 2 at him, boom, he finds the open man.
And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Washington Wizards.
Just moving the ball, you can confuse and frustrate a defense.
Yeah, so many of their points have come off assists, executing at a very high level. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Washington leading by 22. Checking out the group for Brian Keefe to start the second half. They've got C.J. McCollum. Keyshawn George is out there with Alexander Sarr. Then there's George, and it's Kispert in at the 3.
With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Franz Wagner was asked to describe his game, and he said, I don't know if there's someone who I would say I play really close to. I'm like a tall guard. I try to do a lot of different stuff out there, and I hope when you see me play, you see that I'm having fun and I'm playing for the right reasons. Guys?
Okay, thanks for the report, Allie.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
George for 3. That's good, and it's McCollum with the assist. McCollum's got 6 assists here tonight.
And he was hot from 3 to start this game. That's his first since halftime. Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
It's George on the wing. Fires from deep. And the Wizards with another 3.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
On the wing, Bane. Orlando moving the ball around. Suggs finds Bane. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Well, he's such a natural talent. Has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
And out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And in that March stretch, some interesting things going on in the East. You take a look at the Wizards. Final stretch of the season. They've got the #1 seed and have shown no signs of giving it up. And check it out, Orlando, currently a ways below.
Well, for the Wizards, they've just been relentless coming out of the gates. And what I love is that everyone is focused. You couldn't have asked for a better start.
Yeah, and it's to no one's surprise. This is a well-run, well-coached organization. They have a strong culture. They're going to be a tough out for anyone.
George, a screen on Bane. George passes to George. Kicks it out to MP. George sets a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Good, and the assist goes to MP. George has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Great delivery on the pick and roll. MP with a good sense of timing.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Bane. On the wing, Suggs. And Carroll with a screen on McCollum. Here's Suggs. They get it again. And Ben Carroll gets it to go. Ben Carroll's got 6 here in the quarter.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. So for the Magic, Wagner's checked in for Carter. Black comes in for Wagner. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Desmond Bane. Koulibaly, he's checked in for Washington. Carrington comes in for C.J. McCollum. MP with it. Now guarded by Suggs. MP scanning the floor. To the inside, George. Koulibaly up top. Pass to Carrington. Here's George. It's rebounded by Banchero. 4. Orlando, they've gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Well, granted, 6'10", 250. Banchero is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, B.A., he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor. And the vision to create for his teammates, too. But if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays bully ball.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Back to Suggs. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Washington. MP's got 4 rebounds now. George, a screen on Suggs. MP, the pass to George. Got it. George has got 6.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their M.O. this evening.
Carroll the screen. Jones from outside. Washington with a rebound. George has got his 5th rebound in this one. Kispert outside. On the wing, MP. And the jam by George.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. At the end of the 3rd quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. It's Washington delivering the blowout. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter started. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, that's great decision-making, and one that embodies.
Getting ready for Orlando. Carter, he's checked in for Bataze. Paolo Banchero comes in for Wagner. Wagner's checked in for Black. And it's Jalen Suggs in for Jones. And Washington will go for a different look here. Sar's checked in for Bagley. George comes in for Champagny. Kispert's checked in for Johnson. And it's George in for Coulibaly. Suggs and Bain team up as the backcourt. Wagner and Banchero, the lethal front court pair. And it's Carter in at the center position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. George is there for the rebound. Washington leading by 17. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, B.A., it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option.
A minute 20 left to play in the 4th quarter.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Wizards.
Absolute fireworks display. High-scoring game. They were unstoppable, Grant.
Yeah, just relentless from start to finish. And the pace was furious. Ultimately, they wore out the other team.
And in the big picture, this marks their 43rd win of the year.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
Well, we saw some exceptional passes from him tonight. His vision did a lot to elevate their offense.
Oh, what a move! And George lays it in. MP's got 36 points.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
Orlando with a rebound. Oh, there's the alley. George with a steal. To the paint. Fires the 3. Pure from 3-point range.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
So we see the Wizards taking the W here. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Okay. What are we doing, Ma? I thought we talked about this.
What? About what? Plans for Uncle Rick's birthday?
No. I know about your burner. Everyone's adding me on these messages you're posting.
I don't even know what a burner is.
The username is PMRose0618.
So?
You flipped my initials. Added Grandma's middle name. Then threw Dad's birthday at the end. It couldn't be more obvious, Ma.
Oh, it's just a weird coincidence.
Right. Then why does that account only follow me, my team, Aunt Carol, and our cousins from Kentucky with that weird eyebrow thing going on?
How should I know?
Yeah, I can see how that's funny, but you gotta stop, Ma. I know you want to protect me from everything, but you're only making my life harder at the moment. If people know they can get to me through you, they're never gonna stop. So, I need you to promise me for real this time. Ma? Ma, you there?
I'm here, and I promise.
Oh, to what?
To stop posting from a burner.
Okay. Wait, are your fingers crossed?
Good luck tonight, sweetie. Gotta go.
Ma, no. Boy, that woman.
Hey, ready, MP?
Controversy in the association tonight as internet sleuths have claimed to identify a burner account run by MP's mom. The account posts almost exclusively about MP, either praising his play or antagonizing his critics, but so far we've been unable to confirm who the account exactly belongs to.
Center, number 88, starting at point guard, at 6'3", number 4, Anthony Simons. shot, 6'4", number 9, small forward at 6'6", number 7, at forward, number 0, the head coach of the Boston Celtics is Joe Mazzulla. That is the Boston Celtics.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Cohen is out there with George. Then it's Keyshawn George. Then there's Kispert. And it's Czar in at the center position. And for the Celtics, out on the block, it's Tatum with Tatum. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. This deep into the year, Greg, do you expect guys to start slowing down a little bit?
Well, if you're prepping for the postseason, you could ease back a little minutes-wise, but if you're on the bubble, it is still go time every game.
And always trying to find new ways to help his team, MP has zeroed in on winning his personal matchup each game.
What more can be said about MP's effect on this team? He takes each individual matchup as a personal challenge, and he's been winning those head-to-head battles. So their opponents have to run extra guys at him, which makes life easier on his teammates. It all works together, and that's why this team is so tough to beat.
Yeah, the dime from MP on time and on target.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. It's a 5-point game. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Outside, White. Off target with his three.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Czar sets the screen for George. It's stolen. Brown with it. Guarded now by Kispert. And it's White missing. We've seen a quick start here for the Wizards. So, Tim, the District of Columbia and the Wizards reaching a deal to keep them in D.C. through 2050.
Along with a project to expand the arena complex, create an entertainment district, and implement safety and transportation upgrades. Really exciting stuff.
Outside, Simon. Brown sets a screen for Simon. Good on the three-point shot.
Yeah, when he's hitting shots from that deep, he is a major threat to the defense.
For Washington, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. George in the post. And White's there. And there's the bucket from MP.
Well, it's early, but I love their offensive game plan to this point.
Tatum passes to White. Off target from three-point range.
Really tough quarter for him.
To the inside. And Saar gets it to go on the assist by MP.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Magic was tremendous. He picked up 38 points, and he made the defense look helpless as he piled on the points. A reminder of the amazing things that he's capable of on any given night. It'll be hard to match that tonight, but he'll try. Guys.
Great stuff as always, Allie. Thank you. He was in attack mode all night. We saw that really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
Well, he did whatever he wanted. I love the fact that he was under control, yet very aggressive.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
And your next team.
Some changes here for the Celtics. Sam Hauser comes in for White, and it's Pritchard in for Anthony Simons. .152 left here in the opening quarter. Over in the corner, Pritchard. Shot from the wing, and the basket is good. Wizards leading by 8. McCollum outside. On the wing, George. .121 left in the first quarter. And stolen by Tatum. Pritchard from outside. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here is George. Time out, he had 38 points. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Pass to Hauser. 41 seconds left to play here in the first. Tatum's shot is off. For Washington, they've gotten off to a tremendous start. 7 of 7 here in the first quarter. MP finds George. Tatum against MP. 6 to shoot. To the paint. And it's George finishing it off.
That's a great decision by MP. Moving the basketball. A really good sign as he continues to develop his game.
Tatum against George. Brown with the bucket.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
The 3 from MP. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that does it for the first quarter. Wizards out front, leading by 7. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And hope you... In for Boston, and Fernie Simons comes in for Pritchard. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. It's Boucher out there with Sam Hauser, and it's Simons in at point guard. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. George, and it's George finishing it off.
And smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
And so Simons will bring it up for the Celtics. Trailing by 13. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
One thing is certain about Anthony Simons, the guy is a pure scorer.
Well, it comes so naturally to him. He's got a great handle, and he can get his shot off whenever he wants. Plus, he's got limitless range.
Letting the big man Sarr go to work inside. I like seeing him being aggressive down low.
Over in the corner, Brown from the arc. Rebounded by the Wizards. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Poor execution in that one. Not sure what led to the lack of focus, but coaching staff definitely not happy.
Very few positives to take away from that game. I know it's one they're going to want to put behind it.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Shall we take it away?
Thanks a lot, guys. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I've definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Back to you, Kevin.
Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks.
A guy who shoots the three well, and without hesitation, defense can't afford to give Brown that much room.
George with the screen on one. Lob pass to George. You can't get that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, the timing was a little bit off, and it forced the miss.
Brown the pass to Simons. Clock at 6. Here's White. It's hauled in by George.
Still searching for his first bucket of the night. He is struggling, and so is his team. What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Outside, Simon. 34 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And it's Brown missing.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Outside for George. Here's Koulibaly. That ball's nice feed that time from George. Koulibaly's got 5 points in the quarter. And here's Brown. He picked up 24 points in their last one against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And he was relentless with his on-ball defense, managing to pick up 4 steals.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
And so it's Washington with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready.
Thanks for joining us, everybody.
They have to lock it down defensively. Giving up great shots is a great way to lose a game.
And if you're disruptive at that end, it creates transition offense. I'm telling you, that's where you get the easy looks.
All right, fellas. Let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
I always like to play other good teams. To be the best, you have to beat the best. We'll see if they accept the challenge.
Iron sharpens iron, right, Shaq?
Yes.
And that's all for us. Now it's...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
So, Tim, I'm sure it's hard to pick one, but who would you call the most underrated player right now in the NBA?
I think it's Pascal Siakam, and I have felt that way for a few years. I just think you're talking about someone who has great energy, plays both ends of the floor, and is a matchup nightmare because of his versatility.
And began kind of in oblivion. He had to play some time in the G League and work his way up.
became the most improved player in this league.
So on the floor for Washington, they've got Keyshawn George. Cullen is out there with MP. Then it's Sarr, and it's Kispert in its small forward. And here's Brown, following the three-pointer by MP. And finished off by Brown.
Big slam there by Brown, just dominating the rim.
Washington leading now by 13. On the wing, MP. Hits it again. Wow.
And in terms of first-year players, he is one of the most high-volume scorers in league history. He's now tied for 5th all-time in points scored by a rookie.
Yeah, you just get the sense there is so much more in store for this young talent. The sky is the limit.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Another one falls for Washington.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Brown deciding where to go with it. No good on the triple.
Well, after nailing the first 3 out of the break, you can give him a pass for not making that one as well.
MP passes to Sarr. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. MP's got assist number 8 now on the night. Celtics trail by 18. Outside, Simon. Tatum setting the pick for Simon. A 3 off the mark.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
Now, here's George. He's got 15. Stolen by Tatum. Here's Simon. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Simons has got 7 points in the game. And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Pritchard, he's checked in for Anthony Simon. And a switcher also for Washington. Carrington's checked in. Wizards leading by 16. We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter. Sarr the screen. And it's Carrington missing. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Rebounded by the Wizards. Sarr's got 7 rebounds in the game. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie Laporte.
Thank you. Well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Guys?
A dangerous duo for sure. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Coulibaly, he's checked in for Alexander Sarr. Both shots good from the stripe. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. It's an 18-point game. Wide, a screen on Coulibaly. To the left side wing. Just 5 on the clock. Pritchard. Brown inside the line. Rebound, Washington.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
The drive by MP.
Great work by MP getting into the body of the defender and drawing the foul.
Washington shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Garza's checked in, and Chris Boucher's subbed in for Jason Tatum. Now Pritchard. He's got 9. There's 31 seconds left here in the third quarter. Driving in. C.J. McCollum with the rebound.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Back to MP. The Wizards with another miss. And so it's the Washington Wizards taking a 19-point lead into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this.
Changes here for the Celtics. Kate is checked in, and it's Tatum in for Sam Hauser. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's MP, and it's George finishing it off.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. White is out there with Anthony Simons. And it's Keita in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's in the game for the Celtics. And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League. What a great combination.
Screws it down. What an assist!
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Rebounded by Tatum. Celtics trail by 17. White. Tatum outside. From outside, the 3 from Tatum.
You expect Tatum to be around that 40% mark from deep. Very reliable from 3.
Wizards have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. And he makes the first.
A quiet but confident player. MP is one of those guys that lets his play do the talking most of the time.
And George drops them both. Here's Brown. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Tatum. George with the steal. George with the ball. Outguarded by Tatum. Rebounded by Tatum. Boston's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Brown outside. White outside. 5 to shoot. Down it goes for 3.
And there's some of the development of Brown's game. Not just attacking to the rim, passing that ball out for a triple.
George now saw. White with it. Brown. Bucket.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And they seem to have found something out there. I like the confidence they're playing with.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Wizards.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated. 4 games, 4 wins, really asserting their dominance.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for MP.
And his playmaking was a big storyline in this game. He got guys involved and found them in their favorite spots.
Rebounded by Tatum. The Celtics on offense. They're on a 12-4 run. Fires the 3. Czar pulls it down. And so, MP will bring it up for the Wizards. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. The shot is good.
The desire to win, it fuels MP. He doesn't let anything get in his way.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And care about the mental toughness that this group showed. They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Alan LaForce.
People want to know.
Miss Conway.
The drama coming into this game may have had more of an impact than the game itself. Internet sleuths claim that they found a burner account run by your mother. You care to set the record straight?
Yeah, a lot of people are envious of the Lives NBA Players League, so they try to knock them down a peg to feel better about themselves. That's all this is. I mean, in my opinion, someone who doesn't have anything good going on is going to try to tear someone else down, and I'm not going to let it happen to me.
Well, thanks for setting it straight.
You're welcome.
Oh, MP, just one more thing about that.
MP, right here.
Yes.
I have a really good one.
Trust me.
All right, so the rhythm of basketball is back and forth. Players get hot from the floor, they get cold. Teams go on runs and games and streaks during the season.
Yeah, I do. That's a testament, though, to the...
to come to the next Heat home game. The first 5,000 fans receive a Miami Heat backpack. A terrific way to show off your love for the Heat. A reminder, fans, we'll hope you'll come and join us for our trading card day. The first 10,000 fans to the arena will receive a trading card pack. Arrive early into the fan zone and get them signed by Miami and the Heat fan third. Looking for seats to upcoming Miami Heat games? Head up to the concourse. Visit our ticket booth. Ticket sales reps are standing by. Okay, Heat fans, you won't want to miss our next giveaway. Every fan is getting a Bernie Beef Cup. So get your tickets today, and we'll see you there. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you are having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, then please text the word HEAT along with your issue and seat location to 55555. Number 8, Precious Achiuwa. Number 45, Davion Mitchell. Number 7, Hello. Number 24, Norman Powell. Standing 6'5", number 14, Tyler Hero. The head coach of the Miami Heat is Eric Spoelstra. Your Miami
A look at the opening lineup for Washington. They've got Kispert. MP is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Sarr, and it's Champagnie at the 4-man position. And for the Heat, they've got Precious Achiuwa. Mitchell out there with Tyler Hero. Then there's Powell, and it's Ware in at the 5, roaming the paint. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
Now here's Powell. Back to Mitchell. Miami moving it around. Hero for 3. Sarr pulls it in. And it's Wizards ball. George scanning the floor. Pass to Champagnie. MP, a screen on Achiuwa. Back to George. From deep. Counted from distance. And it's not often you can say this. MP atop the leaderboard for both Rookie of the Year and League MVP.
Yeah, not often at all. I mean, when you think about the fact that MP was a second-round pick, it's truly remarkable. And remember, only the legendary Wilt Chamberlain was able to win both awards in a single season. Will MP make it a party of 2?
2 on the clock. Powell's shot is off. And even as the Heat look to go younger, this is not a team with an appetite for lengthy rebuilds, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. The one advantage they possess, when star players around the league ponder a change of scenery, Miami certainly has some great views.
And here are the Heat now, following the three-pointer by Washington.
Boy, the defense baits him into taking that shot. Sometimes I say there's a reason you're open.
A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Inside. And that one is hammered home.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Now here's Hero. Phenomenal stats on a consistent basis. Puts up over 24 points a game.
Well, cold start, right? You've taken 4 shots. You've not made one of them.
Sarr with a screen on Powell. George against Powell. And he's going for the lob. Achua with a steal. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Mitchell, the pass to Achua. Achua with a screen on George. Hero for three. Washington with a rebound. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
I really think that L has to fall on their defense, or a lack thereof. Just not enough focus at that end of the floor.
Well, the kind of low-energy effort they played with all night will make the coach absolutely crazy. You can't win if you don't play quality defense.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the 76ers played really superb basketball. He came away with 34 points, and he's a tremendous three-point shooter. We saw that again last game. It was a performance that will stick with the fans for a long time. Let's see what he has in store for us in this one.
Good stuff, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Here's Washington now. They've got a 10-0 run going. From behind the arc. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Outside Achua. Up top, Powell. Defended by Kispert. Where the screen. Out left to the wing. Let's go with a three. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
There's an infectious energy to how Precious Achua plays. So tough keeping him off the offensive glass.
George. No good on that one. His first miss. He's 4 for 5 now. Hero finds Powell to the middle. Here's assist, led him to the lane.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Here's George. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. And so Hero will bring it up for Miami. They trail by 9. To the inside. Here's Achua. Achua with the dunk.
Achua with room at the rim and doesn't hesitate.
Tyler Hero.
Hero against George. Pass to McCollum. Here's Champagny. Now here's Sarr. Ware covers. Here's Champagny. Washington again can't hit. Hero for three. The shot comes out. MP right side. And so it's Washington closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. We'll be right back after this word. And for those of you... Champagny. He's checked in for Bagley. MP comes in for Johnson. And it's McCollum in for Carrington. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Hero outside. Inside. Achua with the dunk.
BA, forget about attempting the long-range three to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Here's MP. Miami making their last shot. Davion Mitchell is out there with Tyler Hero. Then there's Achua. Then it's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Wiggins in at small forward. That's the group in the game for the Heat. George, good.
MP ready to rise and fire as soon as he touched it.
Outside Jaquez. Wiggins looking around. Fires it. Back to Jaquez. Wiggins outside. Shot clock at 5. Miami needs to get off a shot here. Hero for 3. Drills it from deep. Hero's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And what poise from Hero. Still working at his pace against the clock.
From deep, MP. Achua with the rebound. Heat trail by 5. Hero, the pass to Achua. Wiggins finds Achua. Knocked loose. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Well, a bit of youth movement for the Miami Heat. Their rising star guard, Tyler Hero, said, "We've got a bunch of young guys who can come in and put in the work, and that's what I'm all about." This is an organization that values that, and it's important that we all have the same vision as the young guys start to grow up. Guys, back over to you.
Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Now here's McCollum. No points so far. Knocks down the long J. And the Wizards lead by 8.
The floor spacing ability on display by MP right there.
Mitchell. Up and in on the layup.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
There's a minute 12 left to play in the first half of basketball. Grant, since he's coming to the league, what's jumped out to you about Hero's development?
Well, I've liked seeing his growth in running the pick and roll. He's not just a jump shooter anymore. He's a guy that can anchor an offensive unit, B.A.
Bears checked in for Miami. Norm Powell comes in for Wiggins. And then for Washington, Sarr comes in for George. And Kispert is subbed in for Coulibaly. 56 seconds left in the second. Hero against MP. Here's Champagny. Out to McCollum. Lets the 3 fly. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Can't sleep on McCollum. Not even for a second, because that's when he strikes.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Achua. For 3, Powell knocks it down from distance. Powell's got his first 3 points of the game.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
George passes to Champagny. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Well, this is why you run your offense through MP. That's just a nice setup for his teammate.
3-pointer. It's rebounded by Washington. Sarr's got 4 rebounds now.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Sarr with a screen on Hero.
MP 3.
And that'll do it for the first half of play. It's Washington. They're up by 11. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
37. Fans, please represent the center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot. Give it up for our contestant.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
Right now for Washington, they're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for the title run. These guys will be tough to beat in a 7-game series.
And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Washington Wizards.
You know who's having a great time watching these guys launch it from downtown? Me. You know who's not? Wilt Chamberlain over there.
Yeah, I don't even want to look in his direction. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Yeah, when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, BA, you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
On the court for Washington, they've got C.J. McCollum. He's out there with MP. Sarr out there with Corey Kispert. And it's Champagnie at the 4 slot.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Achua with a screen on George. Goes up at the stripe. Rebounded by Champagnie.
Well, this guy typically a nice touch from mid-range, but obviously can't make them all.
Shots good by McCollum.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Back to Mitchell. Miami moving it around. Here's Hero. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Hero's got 5 points.
You're busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
From deep, MP. Achua with the rebound. Achua's got his 4th rebound in this one. Mitchell against McCollum. Pass to Hero. Releases. That doesn't go either for Hero.
Oh, you can see he's kicking himself for missing that open mid-range. That's right in his wheelhouse.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. Where? That's good.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Doris, Norman Powell has been impressive ever since his younger days.
Well, he put people on notice in high school, right? He wins the dunk contest for San Diego County. He was on 2 all-state teams and won a state championship. And boy, he has proven a scorer in the league.
It's his first trip to the line, and the first one at the line is good.
One of those guys who came into the league with great expectations. MP has met those and then some.
And despite the NBA's popularity, some folks criticizing the wide-open style of play.
Yeah, you know, BA, some of the artistry is lost when guys are mostly hunting for open threes. But for some teams like the Celtics and Warriors, that's been a championship-winning formula. And, well, we all know it's a copycat league.
Here's MP following the three-point basket by Miami. Hero on the wing. He's got 5. Hero screen on George. Powell passes to Hero. And the Heat, another 3.
Boy, that's his second 3. First of this half, though.
Here's MP. Rebound Miami.
Been a tough stretch for this guy right now. Looking a little out of sorts.
And Powell with the stuff.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
From deep, MP. That's good. And it's McCollum with the assist. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to talk it over with his guys. MP really making a difference here.
Too many open looks. Perimeter defense.
Wiggins, he's checked in for Hero. Carrington, he's checked in for Washington. And he's been playing some fantastic basketball lately, earning him the Eastern Conference Player of the Month award. MP.
He's made himself the cornerstone of their offensive efforts recently, and he's providing for his squad in every regard on that end of the floor. Scoring, passing, picks, you name it, he's doing it.
Now here's Achua. He's got 6. Powell's shot is off. George outside. Pass to Champagnie. Back to MP. To the paint. Champagnie, the pass to Kispert. Just 5 on the clock. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. Carrington. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Here's Wiggins, defended by Kispert. Now here's Wiggins. The D's right on him. Kispert with some nice D.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back. Yeah, when we talk about MP's unlimited potential, we're referring to nights like this one.
Pass to Wiggins. Out to Powell. Beyond the arc. Where? It's good on the putback.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
George for three. Rebound Miami. Ware's got his 4th rebound in this one. Wiggins gets a step, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
Well, no one rotates over. Andrew Wiggins makes them look silly at the rim.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. There's a screen from deep. MP gets the 3 ball to go. George has got 13 in the second half.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Powell surveying the D. Here's Ware. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. MP getting it done for the Wizards. And so far, 9 triples in this one. Just pulling the trigger with absolute confidence. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And meanwhile, Eric Spoelstra rallying the troops.
Let's get this next bucket, and we got to put together a string right now. It's all right here in the head. It's right here in the head.
Urging his team to go on a run here. Coach Spoelstra.
They have what it takes. I mean, Coach Spo trying to spark a fire here.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Tyler Hero, and it's Jovic in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. George against Wiggins. Oh, Wiggins with the silky touch at the rim.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Here's MP, and scores off the crossover. George has got 35.
Oh, wow. How about the handles from MP? I mean, that's just a beautiful play.
Pass to Jovic. And here's Wiggins. They set a pick. Hero outside. Down low. Here's Jovic. Here's Larson. The 3 is up. Doesn't go that time. Here's MP. Now here's McCollum. George is screen on Wiggins. George passes to George. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got his 4th assist in this one. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle.
Fans, get up and start moving with your mascot. Let's dance!
Almost an entirely new group here. Ware's checked in for Jovic. Achua comes in for Jaquez. Powell, he's checked in for Wiggins. And Mitchell subbed in for Larson. And then for Washington, Zars checked in for Gill. Champini comes in for George. And Kispert is subbed in for Koulibaly. A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. And he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
And Ali, thanks.
First team foul.
Now Mitchell. Now Hero. Beyond the arc. With the tip. Oh, he rips it down off the miss.
Now that takes a skillful touch.
Yeah, excellent control to just ease the ball back up and in. George driving to the basket. Oh, touches it off the glass.
Boy, you can't allow MP to get into the lane. Even when you body up to him, he's still able to score it.
Powell outside. Outside Hero. Puts up a tray. Oh, it doesn't go. Wizards leading by 16. George. Nice. That one's good.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
No stopping them from 16 feet out.
And those jumpers inside the line, I mean, they're layups for a guy like Hero.
George.
Man, the defender really went after him.
First personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Washington. MP. 2.
That free throw no good. And he's good on the second. And so Hero will bring it up for Miami. Trailing by 17. Here's Mitchell. Powell fires. Oh, he missed the jumper. The Wizards have gotten off to a perfect 5 for 5 so far in the fourth.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Wizards.
And they were on fire tonight. Fantastic offensive performance, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., they really shot the ball well. I mean, their coach has to be beyond thrilled with how well they play.
And certainly a point of pride. They've now won 50 games. And again for 3.
For this franchise now, he's hit the most threes in a single season. Unbelievable.
His incredible range stretches out the defense on a nightly basis. It's an invaluable element to this offense. George, 11-footer is good.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
They set the pick. Powell. Oh, the long ball, no good.
If you're a defender, your job is to make life hard on an excellent shooter. Great defense there.
That one falls.
MP.
George has got 48.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
It's money from deep. Puts the move on. No. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
All right, now let's go courtside to Dominic Hamill.
Thanks, guys. A solid win for MP and company and a true team effort. With you spreading the ball around as part of a balanced attack. What did it feel like out there for you?
let's go. It's fun to play like that, and it's fun to watch, too. They should put all of our games on national TV now that I think about it. Those ratings would go crazy.
Absolutely.
Hey, I will get you next time.
All right. BA, over to you.
All right, thank you, Dominic. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. We'll see you later.
Come out to the game and you'll get a chance to get your own Wizards rally medal. Wait proudly and help the Wizards secure a victory.
And fans, don't forget to come back for the upcoming towel day. All attendees will receive complimentary Wizards golf towels. Just a reminder, folks, to make certain to be here for our figurine giveaway. Come in the game and get a figurine of your favorite mascot. Team wins.
We hope you'll join us again for a future Wizards home game. To see available tickets for upcoming games, stop by the ticket windows today. The National Basketball Association and your Washington Wizards are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, attempting to enter the court or interrupt play, or using improper language or gestures. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest.
And out here getting loose, guys going through some drills. We're almost at game time, folks. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan. Here at the table with me, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And over on the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. With one game to go, let's take a look at how the final seeding will look in the East. Taking a look at Washington. Right now, they've acquired the second-best record in the conference. And, of course, there's the Bulls, a couple spots below.
And, you know, for the Wizards, they're locked into a top spot. Definitely happy they're above the play-in game. And, boy, they've worked hard to be in this position.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. At the guards, it's Giddey at the 1 with White at the 2. Buzella's out there with Collins. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3 slot. And for Washington, George is out there with Corey Kispert. Then it's Czar. Then it's George. And it's McCollum in at the point guard. Now the sand has basically run out on the proverbial timer. At this point, Greg, you're either in or you're out.
Yeah, for most teams, the future is certain. It's the playoffs or 1, 2, 3 Cancun. Teams are either building for the future or liking what they've got.
So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. And it's George missing. Inside, here's Dosunmu. And it's Dosunmu with the champ.
And make no mistake, Giddey is a skilled passer who knows when and where to put the ball.
On the wing, George. Banked in off the glass. Now pacing the field and the rookie of the year race. You have to think MP looks pretty unstoppable right now.
Well, coming in as a second-round pick, it was a little surprising for him to have the level of impact he's had. But we're seeing him do things that no other rookie does. We're in uncharted waters here, guys.
An efficient score, Kobe White, effective with or Greg without the ball in his hand.
And that's a rare quality. A guard who can break you down off the bounce, but also willing to give it up and then sit to an open spot. It just makes him so difficult to defend.
And at 6'5", White can definitely get up and finish. He's got some sneaky athleticism.
George passes to Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? White looking around. Pass to Dosunmu. Offline with his three.
And that miss makes them 4 of 5 to start this one. Not a bad start.
George sets a screen for MP. Here's McCollum. And it's all evened up.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Minnesota. They're moving on up. 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
And with where Washington is,
they're just hanging on to that top 5 spot. But they're going to need to be careful. If they don't improve, I think this slide could continue.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Chicago was tremendous. He came away with 34 points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc, as usual. He was really special in that game, and they're hoping he can repeat that kind of performance tonight. Guys, back to you.
Great stuff, Allie. In stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions when he... time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
A nice shot by George. 1:33 left to play in the first quarter. Outside, White. Back to Giddey. Teardrop shot, and it's good on the layup.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his side.
And Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injury.
They don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grapes.
And Chicago has possession. Following the three-pointer by MP. George finds MP. George sets a screen for George. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
And the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Now here's Giddey. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. White, good.
Look who had the answer. Kobe White refusing to let the opposition own the long-range game.
MP against White. Pass to Kispert. Sarr with the screen on White. George passes to Sarr. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Sarr's got 6.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Fires from deep. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Wizards lead by 6. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Washington.
Big, real.
On the court.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. To the middle, here's Smith, and Smith with the stuff.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
A top 10 pick in 2020, Jalen Smith, Richard, played for 3 teams before his 25th birthday. He's seen a lot.
Yeah, that's such a challenge for a young player. I moved around a bit. It was later in my career. Give Jalen credit. Despite the changes, he is still developing well.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Down low. Herter finds Smith. Some nice ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Giddey, and he hits it to tie the game up. He's got 7.
If you give him that kind of separation, oh, he's going to take full advantage.
Let's send it over to the sideline for some news on Zach Collins. All right, Al, you got the information. What's the prognosis?
Hey, guys, I got an update from the head athletic trainer of the Bulls. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. It seems the issue may not be so serious as they're allowing a return to action. I'll give you updates as I get them.
Thank you, Allie. We appreciate the update. Guys, it doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
And you just hate to see any injury, but potentially a serious one like this breaks your heart.
Shot clock at 5, and it's George finishing it off.
And smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Kevin?
Okay, thank you, Allie. MP, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
To the middle. Here's Buzelis, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
With his soft touch around the rim, Buzelis should score a lot of points in the paint over his career.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Now is the time. Get well and welcome your Wizards.
Alexander Saul, he's checked in for the Wizards. Kisper comes in for Koulibaly. Chicago also making some changes. Collins comes in for Smith, and it's wide in for Kevin Herter. From deep, George. That fall. Nice feed that time for McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. Game for Chicago. It was a loss to the Wizards in Washington. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Giddey goes in. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And he's got the speed to get away from defenders. Giddey turning on the Jets there.
And it's McCollum in the corner. And again, Washington with the triple.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Right now, White, red hot. Just everything he puts up seems to go in.
It's George on the wing. That's the 3 fly. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's White missing. Wizards leading by 5. George in the post. White's there. And the dunk by MP.
And once he got up in the air, he just decided, you know what, I'm going to stay here for a while. I'm going to hit you with a little float. Float on. And finally takes it down for the finish.
You mentioned the floaters on this. Absolutely. Good reference. Good reference. And so it's the Washington Wizards heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down.
When I look at the Wizards, the playoffs right around the corner. Tonight's going to be about fine-tuning and getting ready for the postseason.
Yeah, one game left to play. You want to stay as healthy as possible and go out with a win.
And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the Wizards.
They've done a really good job of freeing up the shooters.
Yeah, with how they shot the three, the driving lane should be wide open in the second half.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been one outstanding game from George.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. At the guards, it's Giddey at the 1 with White at the 2. Bruzelis out there with Dosunmu. And it's Collins in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard number.
At the line for White.
And it's Giddey with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Trailing by 10. Collins finds White. And here is Dosunmu, defended by Kispert. The 3. Dosunmu's shot is off. Washington's gone 7 of 9 on three-pointers tonight. Outstanding mark from long range. On the wing, MP. Light covering, and it's George finishing it off.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Giddey sets the pick for Bruzelis. Collins against Song. And another miss by Chicago.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
George looking around. It's all in by the Bulls. RJ, you and I talk to people around the league, and there's a lot of chatter about Ayo Dosunmu.
Yeah, you can't deny Ayo's speed and shooting ability. And as he's progressed, he's become much better at reading defenses. An ominous start to the second half. They are now 0 for 4. The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Pass to Bruzelis. Giddey against McCollum. They need this. And again, Chicago. No good. Wizards leading by 14. George way outside. And George kicks to MP. Back to George. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 9 points.
And I like how MP made the pass connecting with his teammate.
Here's Giddey. Collins trying to break free. And Giddey gets it to go.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
We're now joined by our Sunline reporter, Allie LaFleur. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot. Kobe White becoming an offensive focal point, saying it means a lot that my coaches and my teammates trust me. The only thing that can prepare you for this is going through it. For me to become the player I want to be, I need those moments. It's all part of the learning process and the journey. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Wizards making a switch here. Carrington's checked in, and a change for the Bulls. Jones is checked in. Collins dishes to Jones. Collins setting the big for Jones. Outside, White. Out to the right wing. Buzelis, no one around him. And again, Chicago, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And you look at this scoring outburst by MP. What's incredible is he still has room to grow.
Pass to White. Collins, a screen on MP. Here's the floater. And it's White getting it to go. He's got 14.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
Here's MP. Outside for George. Kispert on the wing. Defended by Dosunmu. Good on the triple.
Oh, great ball movement there.
There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Dosunmu. Back to Jones. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Now White. Collins setting the big for White. Shot by Collins, no good. Here's Washington. They're on a 17-4 run right now. The shot by George, no good. Bulls trail by 20.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
Collins, a screen on George. White the pass to Collins. It's tipped. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. It's the Wizards delivering the blowout. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass.
Will go for a different look here. Collins checked in for Smith. Buzelis comes in for Patrick Williams. Dosunmu, he's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And it's White in for Jones. They've got Keyshawn George. George is out there with McCollum. Then it's Alexander Sarr. And it's Kispert in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
Nice pass by MP, showing how unselfish he can be.
Here's Giddey. White outside. And here is Dosunmu. Now White beyond the arc. 3, good.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let it roll.
On the wing, MP. White covering. Does not go. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. A three-pointer. Good.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
It's one thing to get close, but do they have enough left in the tank to take a lead? We'll have to see.
Giddy with it. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And down goes the three.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
George.
You see it, mature beyond his years. MP sees the opening, does not hesitate.
First free throw is good, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And George drops them both. Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions, only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
Wizards leading by 9. George, and there's the drive. Oh, he can't jam it home. He is denied. Now Giddy all alone, and that one falls.
And if you allow Giddy to get in rhythm, he is more than capable of knocking it down.
The Wizards have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. George against White. Rips it down with 2 hands.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his advantage.
The bull shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He knows every possession is critical now.
Let's direct your attention to the court and make some noise for your Wizards High Squad.
9-point game. Cleared away by George. 41 seconds left in the fourth. Now Zar. Showing the moves down low.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
George fires. Knocks down the three.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Getting crafty. And that's in there. Excellent awareness. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that about does it for the final game of the NBA regular season. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you so much for watching tonight's presentation. So long, everyone.
For information on available tickets, visit us online or stop by the ticket window. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word Wizards along with your issue and seat location to 55555. A member of our guest relations team will respond and address your concern immediately. Our next home game is Fall Finger Night. Arrive early. The first 15,000 fans in attendance get a red Wizards foam finger. Don't miss that. A reminder, fans, we hope you'll come and join us for our trading card day. The first 1,000 fans in the arena will receive a trading card pack. Arrive early to the fan zone and get them signed by G-Wiz and the Wiz Generator. The National Basketball Association and your Washington Wizards.
Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for C.J. McCollum.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been evolving.
And the starting lineup for Miami, Precious Achiuwa is out there with Khalil Ware. Then there's Tyler Hero, then it's Davion Mitchell, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And for Washington, they've got Keyshawn George. C.J. McCollum is out there with MP. Then there's Sarr, and it's Kispert in at the 3. Small forward. With the postseason in our sights now, what's more important to have, home court advantage or momentum, Grant?
I'd argue both, B.A. I mean, if I had to choose one, I'd say momentum, just because you want to be peaking at the right time heading into the playoffs.
Now here's Mitchell. Hero for 3. Buries it from 3.
He had no time needed for Hero. He's always ready to fire.
MP left side for 3. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Heat. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Achiuwa. Hero outside. Plenty of room to knock down that one. Hero's got 5.
Well, this is why the defense has to be up on Hero. His jump shot is a real weapon.
And here's MP from outside. Sends it home from 3-point land.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Hero looking over the floor. Deflected.
And as Sarr gets older, he'll learn how to use his length even more.
George. Rebound Miami.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Stan, while they're cobbling together an offense, the Heat will always compete defensively.
Well, B.A., only 2 seasons in the last 3 decades have the Heat been below average in defensive rating, making that commitment a key pillar of the Heat culture. The youngster, MP, keeping that head on a swivel.
Washington shooting their first foul shot of the night.
First team foul. At the line for the Wizards, George. Shooting 1.
For Miami, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. As to Ware. Now Powell. His scoring ability is impressive, averaging 20 a game.
That's what you need your bigs to do. Step up and control the defensive glass.
From deep, MP. And Hero grabs the board.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Now here's Achiuwa. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Here's Powell, 5 on the clock. Again, the Heat misses. Washington has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Washington moving the ball around. From deep, MP. Rebound by the Heat.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Bulls was a man on a mission. He added 43 points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. Putting in a performance like that one really builds momentum in your direction. We'll see how far he rides that wave tonight, guys.
Thanks as always, Allie. Great report. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Now here's Mitchell. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. To the paint. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Mitchell's got 5 points.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
From deep, MP. He buries it from three.
A very accurate shot by MP. He must have been drilling these since a young age.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Washington making some changes. Coulibaly, he's checked in for George. And it's Carrington. Champagny, he's checked in for Sarr. George comes in for Kispert. And MP subbed in for Carrington. And Miami with a change here too. Powell's checked in. They've got C.J. McCollum. Bilal Coulibaly out there with George. Then there's George. And it's Champagny at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Washington right now.
You know, you see how comfortable MP is operating pick and rolls? Just great decision-making from him.
And so here is Miami following the score by Washington. From outside the arc. Wiggins, no good. The Wizards have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. MP scanning the floor. Pass to Champagny. Outside Coulibaly. Here's George. And it won't go. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. Powell outside. Here's Larson. Back to Powell. Pass to Wiggins. Pulls up on the wing. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound.
Look, I'm not sure what's going on with him. 0 for the night. Might be time to give someone else a chance.
MP shot is good.
You have to be ready to take your shots when they come. And MP was ready this time.
Now here's Powell. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Jaquez finds Powell. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Powell's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, how about the response by Powell? Answering the call with a 3 of his own.
MP no good.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Powell.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Sarr's checked in for Washington. Kispert comes in for Coulibaly. A minute 58 left to play in the first half. MP right side. George outside. Pass to McCollum. MP outside. Clock at 6. Takes a 3. The long-range hit from MP.
Yeah, this defense looks absolutely helpless trying to stop MP right now. He's having his way out there.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys. The Miami Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Guys, back to you.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thanks for the report.
You know, so far, I'm pretty impressed with MP's attitude. He doesn't seem like a young hothead. He knows he's got a lot of work to do on his game.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Washington.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
And the Heat making a change here. Ware's checked in for Jovic. Achua comes in for Jaquez. Hero, he's checked in for Larson. And Mitchell subbed in for Powell. Now here's Hero. He's got 5.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Here's George. Miami grabs the miss. Their last encounter in Miami.
I'll tell you what, once things started to go downhill, their performance plummeted. They wound up getting pretty ugly.
Yeah, they just committed too many mistakes at both ends. But credit their opponent for being disruptive. Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting.
Yeah, their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Wiggins. Oh, he's got it! Wiggins!
That's all the defense can really do. I mean, they'll live with Wiggins nailing a contested shot.
From deep, MP. The shot won't fall. Hero for 3. No luck on that one. And so it's MP making things happen for Washington, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter. 3 for the game. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
I only have 2 words for you. Elbow, damage. Establish yourself inside, good things will happen. That's right, Ernie, I said damage.
They've had some success, but they've been counterpunched at times as well. And what better time than now to get caught up on the Rookie of the Year race? Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. MP really making a difference here.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
And a lot of spot-up shooters now adding a 1-dribble pull-up 3 to the repertoire.
Yeah, when you have defenders selling out to contest that catch and shoot, you got to reload, relocate, and let it fly. It's a valuable counter for those long-distance specialists.
And on the floor for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Mitchell out there with Tyler Hero. Then there's Khalil Ware. Then it's Norman Powell. And it's Achua in at the power forward position. Wizards leading by 6. Takes it in. Rebound Miami. Hero's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Powell. Back to Ware. And here's Mitchell. Miami needs to get off a shot here. Hero, no good.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
And he gets it to go.
Well, MP goes through the defense for the score. Wow.
Here's Hero after the basket by Washington. Outside Achua. Outside Mitchell. Powell for 3. Achua with the dunk.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback. And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Now let's check out the rookie leaderboard. A confident, efficient group of scorers over the last 10 games. MP is second. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. 6-point lead. MP gets it to go through contact.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Miami has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Hero, the pass to Mitchell. They set the screen. And the layup falls. Mitchell's got 7 points.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Here's MP. Getting it done inside. MP.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Pass to Ware. Here's Mitchell. 3-pointer. And no good. Washington leading by 8. Out to McCollum. Now here's MP. 22 points for him. Inside, George. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Hero for 3. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to George. MP against Hero. They grab their own miss. Achua with a steal. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Outside Mitchell. Hero for 3. He drops it from range. Give him 8.
Well, that's the danger of giving Hero a look from deep.
Hero against MP. 1:05 left in the third. And MP throws it down.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And Washington will go for a different look here. Champagny, he's checked in for Sarr. Going with a whole new group out there. And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Hero outside. On the wing, Mitchell. McCollum defends. Achua passes to Mitchell. Achua with a screen. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Sarr.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
MP is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's George. Then there's Sarr. And it's Kispert in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Washington right now.
And they just continue to sharpen their offense here in the second half.
And so Hero will bring it up for the Miami Heat. A 12-point game. No problem from 14.
Yeah, just a flick of a wrist. Tyler Hero with the scorer's mindset.
The drive by MP. Oh, the stuff!
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
So it's Miami now, following the score by Washington. And the whistle blows. It's going to be Keyshawn George. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Down by 12. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Team foul.
Hero against George. Now Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. throws it up. George is there for the rebound. Washington leading by 12. 17-footer is in.
Getting it done from the in-between area. MP just taking what the defense gives him.
Hero fires. And the three misses. Washington's gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. Kispert outside. Now George. George, a screen on Hero. The three is in!
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Wizards.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And another victory added to their resume. This will be their 53rd win of the year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for MP.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. Achua with a steal. Hero against McCollum. Lays it in easily. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
George buries it. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
Now let's send it.
I'm here with one of the victors. MP, you were looking for your teammates tonight, and they delivered.
I was trying to let the game come to me. Read the defense, make the right pass, and trust my teammates to make the shots. It's not always simple, but tonight it was for us.
Well, it was great trust out there. Thank you, MP.
Thank you.
Back to you, Brian.
Thanks, Jennifer. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long, everyone.